Alright, boys and girls, I hate to tell you this, but at some point, if you purchase a nice leather item like this, it's going to get worn out. It's going to get beat up. It's going to get roughed up. But everybody keeps asking me, Justin, how can we prolong the life of our leather? Or Justin, how can we bring our leather back to make it look new again? Well, let's do that today. Alright, so let's take this nasty sheath. This is a personal sheath that I've had, I made for myself, and I've just obviously beat the crap out of this thing. So it's not as pretty anymore. You can definitely see that there's a huge difference. But let's see if we can take it back to looking close to this, shall we? Alright, so the first thing that we're going to need to do with this thing is we're going to need to obviously dye it. Now, are we concerned with what our stitching looks like? I do not personally care if I get dye on this stitching. I don't care what my sheaths look like. All I care about is what they do. But if I did care what my stitching looked like and I wanted to have sinew, I would pop all these stitches out and remove them and then go back and put them in after I dyed. But I don't, like I said, I don't personally care, so I'm just going to dye it as it is. Now that this thing is freshly dyed, we're going to let it sit for just a little bit. We're going to come back once this thing is about 60% dried. Then we're going to touch it up with some light burnishing. Now let's just choose whatever style of burnishing tool we want to go with, and let's just give this thing a light burnishing. You know, we could even go back and sand this edge down if we really wanted to be super picky. Next step is very simple. We're just going to get ourselves a finish, and we're just going to apply it. Let it dry. Alright, well, the sheath came out actually really nice. It virtually looks brand new. Knife still fits in really well. So the last thing that we need to do is treat this thing. And people ask me what I use to actually treat my leather products all the time. I used to talk about Obernoff's heavy duty LP all the time. Well, I've since stopped using that because it was brought to my attention that they may have changed formulas. And so after getting a new bottle of it and smelling it, it smells horrible now. So I went back to started making my own, and that's what I've got in this container here. At some point there's probably going to be a video on it. Until then, you guys are just going to have to use your own judgment as far as treatment goes. I still do use the Obernoff's leather oil, and you can use that as well. Alright guys, well, I'm Justin Wolf from Wolf Customs, and I hope you guys have found this video informative, and I hope that it can help you. If you have any questions about any of the other processes, please take a look at my old videos, because guaranteed the answer's out there. As always guys, have a good one.